What's going on, y'all? Tonight, we start both week 3 of the college football season and week 2 of the NFL season. We're going to start off. In this video, we're going to be doing the college football pick'em. Quick explanation. Last week, we determined a new rule. We added a new rule. Basically, having 5 additional games I get to pick. From the games that are not on this list. And then I'll have 5 additional picks that I can choose to pick when I want to pick. Due to not having those 5 games in week 1. Because it was week 2 when I added it. And then I did add one of those to last week's game, so I have 4 of those left. And after week 2, we are 27-9 on the season. Whew. Not a good start. That's actually a pretty good start. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty good start. There's some games where I wanted to win, of course, and then there was some I was wanting to win. I want to win every game, but the Alabama game hurt a lot, and yeah. So Tennessee, Florida. We'll read off the list to you guys, and then we'll get started. Tennessee, Florida, Kansas State, Missouri, Virginia, Maryland, TCU, Houston, Florida State, Boston College, Western Kentucky, Ohio State, Western Michigan, Iowa, Penn State, Illinois, Alabama, USF, Oregon, Hawaii, Central Michigan, Notre Dame, Bowling Green, Michigan, North Carolina, Minnesota, and Mississippi, LSU, and Mississippi State, LSU, and Georgia, South Carolina. The bonus games for the week. 5 games this week. I did not give one of my 4 left to this week. There's not that many games. These games are not good. Really honest, this should be a fairly easy week. I have Washington, Michigan State, BYU, Arkansas, Colorado State, Memphis, Navy, which is tonight, and Pitt, West Virginia. So those are my 5 extra games of the week. So let's get started. Tennessee, Florida. I have Tennessee winning that one. I think Florida is a very, very bad team. They can't run the ball. I don't trust Graham Mertz at quarterback. And Billy Napier does not know what he's doing at Florida. Tennessee gets the win. Missouri, Kansas State. Oh, this is a hard one. This is probably the hardest one of the week. Missouri is pretty hot on the recruiting trail right now. But that's recruiting. That's not on the field. Kansas State's also really good. I'm going to go with Kansas State here. I think that one's going to be probably the hardest one to pick. Maryland over Virginia. Virginia might possibly be the worst Power 5 team out there. Maryland beats Virginia in Maryland. Houston and TCU, the new Big 12 team. Houston taking on TCU. I think TCU will win barely. I think that's going to be a close game. It's going to be that one and Missouri, Kansas State. Those are the 2 hardest games, in my opinion, on this list. Florida State will travel to Boston to take on the Boston College Eagles. Florida State's going to win that one. Ohio State's going to beat Western Kentucky. Iowa beats Western Michigan. And then Penn State beats Illinois. Alabama beats USF. Oregon beats Hawaii. Notre Dame beats Central Michigan. Michigan beats Bowling Green. Those are a string of bad games from elite versus elite teams. So those all should be wins. North Carolina over Minnesota. Minnesota's a decent team. I think North Carolina is a really good team. and North Carolina beats Minnesota at home. LSU travels to Mississippi State and beats the Bulldogs. They're 9.5-point favorites in that one. LSU wins the game there. Georgia will take care of South Carolina and Athens to close out the regular games for week 3. The bonus games for week 3 counts the same. Washington beats Michigan State. Arkansas beats BYU. Colorado beats Colorado State. Memphis wins the game tonight versus Navy. And Pitt travels to West Virginia to get the dub there. That will close out this week's prediction. I know it's a short video. This week's not that good. I'm going to be honest. Next week's games are going to be a lot better than this week's games. To name a few, Oregon, Colorado, Alabama, Ole Miss. So it's going to be a pretty good week. I can't wait for that. But we just got to get through this week. Should be a fun week, though. I can't wait. There could be some interesting upsets. There probably are going to be some upsets. Probably going to be upsets on that list. I don't think that we're going to see. Should I combine the NFL with this one? This is a short video. You know what? We're going to combine. We're going to combine NFL and college this week. And I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. So I went 8-8 to start week 1. I think knowing where the teams are right now after week 1, I think that will help us. I think this week's going to be a little bit better than that. I'm hoping I go 12-4. 12-4 is probably a good play there, or a good week, in my opinion. Philly beats Minnesota at home versus the Vikings tonight. I will be live for that game. I might be live for Memphis Navy. I think that could be a good game. We'll see how things go. Packers beat the Falcons. We are into Sunday's games. The Packers will take on the Falcons in Atlanta. I think the Packers will win that one. The Bills will beat the Raiders. The Ravens will beat the Bengals and give Joe Burrow his second loss in as many games this season. A shocker there that Cincinnati is going 0-2 to start the year. The Lions going 2-0. Hold on a minute. Joe Burrow and the Bengals going 0-2 while the Lions are going 2-0 to start the season. Lions beat the Seahawks in Detroit. The Chargers will travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans in Nissan Stadium. The Chargers will win there. The Bucks going home to take on the Bears, which will mean the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to go 2-0 to start the season, 1 year removed of Tom Brady. The Jags at home versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs will go 0-2 to start the season. Imagine that. The Bengals. The Bengals and the Chiefs going 0-2 to start the season. That is not what anyone expected. But I think that's what's going to happen this week. I didn't expect that going into the season. But that's what I think could happen this week with the Ravens and the Jaguars winning. The Colts travel to Houston, win there. The 49ers travel to Los Angeles to beat the Rams in L.A. The Giants will go to Arizona and lose, go 0-2 to start the season. And then we have the big one. This is probably the biggest game of the week. The Dallas Cowboys, who by far had the best week out of any team last week, shut out the Giants. The offense played amazing. The defense played fantastic. By far the best performance out of any of the teams last week. The Cowboys, will take on the Jets. Aaron Rodgers out for the season. We're going to talk about that for a moment. Let's talk about that for a moment. Why not? Why not just talk about that for a moment? Oh my gosh. Aaron Rodgers out. I don't think he completed a full drive, and he was injured. And he's done for the season. Maybe for his career. Maybe for his career. This is just a season-ending injury, not a career-ending injury, but it might be because he might retire after the season. The Aaron Rodgers out for the year, and I mean, who is right? The Aaron Rodgers experiment was an absolute failure. It was pathetic to begin with. The Jets don't know what they're doing, trying to pick up this 40-year-old quarterback who hasn't had a great season in the past few seasons. The Aaron Rodgers, a washed-up QB who had really good wide receivers who couldn't do anything with them. This Jets offense doesn't have anything to do with Aaron Rodgers. They have really good pieces, young pieces on offense, but it won't fit. It didn't fit. Robert Saleh had no idea what he was doing bringing in Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is an old quarterback who can't throw a football anymore, who needs to retire, and apparently can't stay healthy for one drive. And who was right? Me. I was right. Oh my gosh. Now, Aaron Rodgers, I mean, that sucks. It sucks that he might go out like that. I did not want that to happen. I was kind of hoping that he would just play trash, and it didn't work. But no, he had to go out with an injury. But still, I mean, that went back to my point. He's old. He can't stay healthy. He's washed up. He was washed up to play that game. And he had some plays to start that drive. It was not good. Not good. Zach Wilson played better than Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be better for the Jets than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers it was a failed experiment. Heartbreaking way to have that moment that the Jets wanted with the Bills coming in. Aaron Rodgers' first game is at home. But it was a failed experiment. Shame. And then the Jets are going to have to go to Dallas, who just destroyed the Giants 40-0. They're going to lose. They're going to go 1-1. Let's start the season. The Bills, what the frick are you doing? How in the world do you lose to the Jets? How in the world do you lose to the Jets? You were leading this game. How? Tell me how. Sean, oh my gosh. Josh Allen is injured. He still is injured. He's still feeling the effects from that injury last year. He's not healthy. There's no way. No way. Gabe Davis is hurt. How in the world, though, do you still lose to the freaking Jets, even if they don't have Aaron Rodgers? Wow, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing that the Bills lost to the Jets. What an embarrassment to the NFL that the Bills lose to the freaking Jets without Aaron Rodgers. Wow, you're an embarrassment. No, I'm kidding. All right, just being honest, the Bills are really good. The Jets had just a better game at the end in the second half than the Bills did. And Josh Allen isn't healthy. He's still injured. He's still feeling the effects from the injury from last season. I just want to throw that out there to get some entertainment. Anyway. That's week 1. That's not this week. What am I doing? On video too. Sorry, y'all. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Sorry, y'all. The Dallas destroys the Jets 40-0. Broncos, Commanders. Broncos win again to beat the Commanders in the Mile High. Patriots and Dolphins. Two of the most surprising teams last week. I think the Patriots and the Dolphins are... Tua was a player of the week last week. Dolphins, this is going to be a hard game. This was a hard game for me to pick. I do have the Patriots taking the dub barely. Probably maybe a game-winning field goal or a last-minute drive to win the game for the Patriots. The Patriots are going to win. There, Mac Jones is going to take them right down the field for a touchdown or field goal to win the game. All right, I have an announcement to make. Let's go over the Monday night games. It does have to do with one of the Monday night games I'll announce after this. But Panthers, Saints, the Panthers are going to take the dub. First home game for Bryce Young at the helm. And then Derek Carr as well. That's going to be an interesting game. And I'm going to that game. That's the announcement. I won't be live on Monday night as I will be in Charlotte for the Panthers and the Saints. That's going to be a fun game. I can't wait. I might post updates for y'all. I might try to record some. I don't know. We'll see. And then Steelers and Browns. The Steelers are going to win. There. That's going to do it. Both pick'ems in one video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'll see y'all tonight. Peace out.